no shade to Ghanaians, to be honest. The things I noticed, if you're a Nigerian, these immigration people would want to extort you so much. So if you're going to Ghana and you're in Nigeria, I would advise that you have to come to Lagos first, because Lagos is literally where things are happening. Like for me, guys, I was actually detained at the immigration center. I'm the highest in the room. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Nairichi. If this is the first time I've been on my channel, kindly hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell close to you so you get more of my videos. If this is not your first time, you're welcome back. Today I'm going to be giving you guys tips on the things you need to know before traveling to Ghana on a road trip or on a budget. So let's get right into this video. Subscribe to my channel and let's get started. I want to do this video, to be honest, because I feel like it's past, like it's been a long time since I did this trip. So I'm literally doing this video like after how many months, after so many months, right, since I last traveled. Remember the last time I traveled to Ghana, I did a road trip to Ghana, right? And ever since then I've been having so many questions from people. How did I do it? How much, literally how much was it? And you know, all the necessary information is needed so that you know, they can be informed. So I started to come and, you know, give you guys these tips. I have with me my book here. I literally wrote everything down, ranging from the transport company to travel with, the price, literally everything, the documentation, what you need to travel. I have with me the time. Ghana is an interesting place to travel, to be honest, but the first time I went there, I was doing a budget trip. So if you're doing a budget trip, you can go by road. I was doing a budget trip and I didn't have much money to do the flight from Nigeria to Ghana. And another thing too is I didn't really go from Nigeria to Ghana directly. So I was doing like inter-country. I was doing from Nigeria to Benin Republic, which is Cotonou, then from Cotonou to Togo, then from Togo to Ghana, right? So these are closely related close countries, so it was easier for me to go from here to here, right? I'm going to give you information from Nigeria to Ghana. The time difference from Nigeria to Ghana is approximately like 7 hours, right? So the transport company you can go, there are lots of transport companies that go to Ghana. If you go to the mainland like Mautu, Axis, there are lots of all these big luxury buses that get there. But GIG motors they go to Ghana, they apply to Ghana. So if you're looking for comfort as well, safety, accountability, I would advise that you go to GIG Motor. If you're going to Ghana and you're in Nigeria, I would advise that you have to come to Lagos first, because Lagos is literally where things are happening. I asked my friend how much she paid from Nigeria, from Lagos to Ghana. She said 45,000. Can you imagine? That's like literally, that's quite cheap compared to flight. If you're going from Lagos to Ghana by flight is over like 100 and something thousand, right? Budget travelers like me. So 45,000 from Nigeria to Ghana, but coming back from Ghana to Nigeria wouldn't be the same price. So for someone like me, I paid 65,000. They get it for road, and I would explain why mine was a bit expensive, because I traveled when the borders were closed. Remember when the COVID thing was happening, all the road borders were closed, you couldn't, you know, it was closed because of the COVID, all of that stuff. So I feel like that was why mine was pretty expensive, because I wasn't even meant to go through road trip, but I did. So that's why mine was pretty expensive. So the next thing is safety. People would ask, is it safe for road trip? Most people don't really enjoy road trip, because especially if it's a long distance road trip, because they feel like it's not safe. Road trip is literally very safe, guys. Like, it's safe, but I mean, with the whole insecurities happening in this part of the country, I totally understand you. But you know how people definitely travel to these places literally every day, right? And they come back and they get to their locations safe. That's how it is. And for me, I enjoy road trips, to be honest, apart from the fact that I don't have money for most times. I don't have money for, you know, going to flights. I enjoy road trip because I feel like I always want to do road trips, to make this kind of videos, to explain to you the things you need for people that want to do road trips, because I know that we are a whole lot of us that always want to do road trips or budget trips. So road trips are fun, to be honest. Yeah, so it's totally safe from Lagos to Nigeria. It's really very safe. Another thing is so the price I would just say put it from 50k to 65k, to be honest, because my friend paid 45k doesn't mean that maybe when you want to travel it's still going to be the same price. So I just range it from 50 to 60k if you're going from Lagos to Ghana. Another thing, the documents that you need, this is very important. As a Nigerian, documentations for you to travel is very important, and the first thing you need is your international passport. That is literally just the only document you need. But because of this whole COVID thing, they would not ask. You're not doing flights. If it was flights, you will need your COVID detail or. But Nigeria, just have your international passport, to be honest, and then you know what else? Money literally just is a document for you. Money is a document, because if you have money, so many things can fly. Say for example, if we get to the immigration, I'm coming to that. Immigration is a whole lot of stress if you're doing road trip. If you come to the immigration and they want to check and all of that, money literally talks, right? They can allow you pass if you have money. So but the thing is international passport. That's literally the only thing you need if you're going from Nigeria to Lagos, Nigeria to Ghana. International passport only. Immigrations, guys, the immigration borders, guys, to be honest, I'm gonna say this, and this is no shade to Ghanaians or whatsoever. They really do not rate Nigerians, to be honest. They really don't rate Nigerians. Why do I say that? I don't want to say this is literally the same similarities between all borders, because it's not. Because I traveled to Cotonou during the what do I call it? The borders, when the borders were closed, I was allowed easy entrance. Yes, we went through the immigration and we passed so many checkpoints. No shade to Ghanaians, to be honest. The things I noticed, if you're Nigerian, these immigration people would want to extort you so much. Like for me, guys, I was actually detained at the immigration center, that's at the police immigration unit, on my way to Ghana, because I was a Nigerian, and the fact that they said Nigerians have more money, so they were literally expecting me to pay so much money for me to enter Ghana. Apart from the fact that the borders were closed, that can be like one of it, but it couldn't have warranted it, because people literally were traveling every day, even though the borders were closed. You know how we Africans do it. We don't literally follow rules, but that is not an excuse, right? Because they allowed Ghanaians inside. Yeah, they allowed Ghanaians inside, and so many other people, they allowed it. But for Nigerians, it was a different case. They were asking the whole lot. And guys, guess how I was literally returned at that police space, immigration police unit. You know, when you're traveling, when there's an immigration stand or the whole barricade, there's an office, there's a police office or immigration office located there, just in case you're defaulting. You go there. I was actually detained there, not like I was in the cell. I was just at their office. I mean, I couldn't allow entrance. I was in the office like literally for the whole day, trying to extort an amount of money from me. They were calling over like 100,000 there for me to pass. Are you okay? When the transport I paid from where I was going to Ghana was not about 100k. You want to take 100k for me to enter Ghana? Are you okay? To be honest. So I was just bargaining, and at the end, guess how much? 40,000 there, which was a whole lot of money. So if you're a Nigerian, you've kind of faced some obstacles trying to enter other countries. Not like it's it's not like it's a deadly obstacle or whatsoever, but you pass some hurdles. It's really not an easy entrance for you, and this is not literally limited to Ghana, also so many other places, so I heard. So that is one of it, right? But I don't know, now that the borders are open, if that is something you would face. But I'm sure if that is not, it's something else you get as a Nigerian. So just have that in mind. But that doesn't mean it's not okay. So after all, that is a different topic. I was detained, and then I was released after paying like over like 40,000. That's 40 Ghana cedis, or it was 500 Ghana cedis in Ghana. There's literally almost like 40,000, 45,000 naira in Nigeria. So that is it. Immigrations is not easy. So make sure you have all your documents and all of it, and have a reason you're going to. That is important. When you go to immigration, the questions are going to ask you, where are you going to, who are you staying with, how long are you going to be there for, and all of that. So all the things are questions that you need to know and have, because so many people do illegal, right? They probably take people to other countries to go sell or, you know, enslave them and all of that. So they need to know all of this. So have all this information before you're traveling. So yeah, I'm a bit fast because I have to go meet my Uber. And then accommodation in Ghana. I've told you that before you travel, make sure you have an accommodation where you're going to in Ghana. If you're staying with a friend, have that. Don't get stranded. Book, and if you're staying in a hotel, book it already before going there or reserve it, so that when you go there, being an unknown place, if it's your first time, you won't be stranded. You get it? So that is one thing. Then when you're coming to Ghana, make sure you change your money at the border, right? Borders are the easiest place for you to change your money. If you change it inside the country, it's going to be more expensive for you. Like when you're a Nigerian going to Ghana, you're having your Nigerian currency or dollars. I would advise Nigerians, because most of them don't even know it's African, have your Nigerian. When you get to the border before you enter Ghana, there are money changers there, right? So change your money at the border. It's way more cheaper than when you get into the country to change it. So that's a tip that you have to know when traveling to Ghana or literally any other place. Make sure you change your money at the border, and let them not cheat you. Make sure you go to like 1 or 2, 3 people to ask before you change it. So don't just go to the first person that changes, because you won't have a clue of how much equivalent it is in their currency, if you get what I mean. And then the next thing is so I think that's literally is, I don't know, I think that's literally all you need to know when traveling to Ghana. I've talked about the transport company to use the price, the documents, and yeah, that's about it. I don't think there's any other thing you need to know, but this is it. If you have all this information, trust me, everything is going to be totally okay for you. And don't travel when the borders are closed like I did, because I kind of faced a little more, it was a bit more difficult for me than when borders are open. So yeah, I hope this video was helpful, and let me know in the comment section if you have any questions related to this, or if you want me to do any other video related to my Ghana travel. So like, come your way next time. Bye bye.
I'm the highest in the room.